I always think about it like the end of Super Mario Brothers. Slay the dragon, save the princess. I'm like, that's my husband.
He never stops whining.
This is why it's so nice to not have makeup on.
That is so beautiful.
No.
Meghan Markle Googled, is the race card an actual car?
What do you think of them?
They're ridiculous.
The Duchess, who once promised silence no more, may now wish the internet had a mute button. Meghan Markle's latest publicity sprint, a supposedly makeup-free podcast, a surprise cameo at the Time 100 Summit, and Prince Harry's security broadside on the BBC was designed to reboot their image. Instead, it's triggered a fresh wave of eye rolls, celeb roasting, and royal staff whispers that paint the Sussex brand as a masterclass in overexposure.
You're complaining about your hard life, and you're so privileged. It's just so weird.
It's ridiculous.
I think the woke have been asleep. Well, if Meghan and Harry can quit their family, you can too.
It's driving me crazy, and I'm about to jump over there and put my fists down your throat.
Oh my gosh, I work so hard.
I'm searching for something to like about her, and it's so hard.
Tonight, we break down how authenticity became the buzzword, backlash became the headline, and why Her Royal Highness might be finding her title offers less protection than ever. It began with a viral teaser. Meghan and billionaire beauty mogul Jamie Kern-Lima lounging in athleisure, promising no makeup, no script, just heart. Listeners hit play expecting raw confession. What they got, critics say, was closer to a lecture on hustle culture, complete with production-perfect lighting and a blow-dry that didn't scream 6 a.m. school run.
Email that I've been keeping for you.
I have full body chills right now.
This is why it's so nice to not have makeup on. Thank you.
And when you do interviews on your show, do you do the Jamie Kern-Lima reactions? Yes. Oh my God, there's something wrong with it.
They want it both ways. These people were so mean to us and poor us, and we don't want all this attention.
When Jamie gushed, "I'm literally covered in chills," social media groaned, TikTok spliced her exaggerated gasps into laugh tracks within hours. 40 minutes in, a grainy slide flashed on screen. A gift basket of homemade preserves signed, Her Royal Highness, Duchess of Sussex. The reveal might have been cute if Meghan weren't barred from using that style publicly since quitting royal duties. Suddenly, tweets multiplied. Imagine signing PTA emails HRH. Title drop harder, why don't you? Even longtime supporters admitted the optics felt off-brand for someone preaching humility. Days later, Meghan took the Time 100 Summit stage, not as an honoree, but as a panel guest.
So hard. The moment that everything sells out, it doesn't mean that we're done. It means we're working on replenishment and what are the next SKUs and what's the next tranche of products and what's the timing on that and writing the newsletters and writing the social media captions and making sure that all that feels in line and what's the cadence of it.
The absence of her name on the influence list didn't stop organizers from spotlighting her as a thought leader on small moments of magic. She praised dried flower petals on salads as a metaphor for elevating life. Comment threads erupted. "Flower-gating eggs prices is peak privilege," read one top-liked remark. The magazine's editorial director fielded questions about pay to play. His response, "We believe in broad definitions of influence," only fueled suspicions that agencies can still buy front-row relevance. By dinner, Knocker Time for Reality trended with clips of attendees side-eyeing the Duchess's word salad charm. Hollywood usually closes ranks, yet this time fellow A-listers joined the roast.
You look the exact same with no makeup as makeup, and we're just...
That's very
She's allegedly wearing no makeup. Meanwhile, she's got like the perfect blowout. Like she's completely camera ready. And she also is pretending.
I don't have meetings in the morning, then I try to do school drop-off. They're at 2 different schools. So from 6:30 in the morning on.
No one wants that, not the children. And also it sets this really unrealistic expectation, which Meghan is so good at doing for other parents.
And Olivia Wilde reposted Meghan's HRH jam photo captioned, "When your business card needs more ink than the gift." Martha Stewart casually dropped her own zero-gravity cooking clip. No tears, no titles, just a quiet flex that made Meghan's crafted vulnerability look staged. Comedian Amy Schumer told listeners she declined a last-minute invite to space. The subtext? She'd rather brave the New York subway than a branded rocket ride. Media veterans piled on. Meghan Kelly dubbed Markle the malignant narcissist of Montecito.
I mean, Meghan did claim that before dating Harry, she never Googled him, and she said she didn't know much about the royal family.
She married for money. It's very clear she bagged the elephant. She was thrilled. She became a, quote, princess. She's crying. There isn't a tear in sight.
The Daily Mail's Sarah Vine labeled the podcast self-care karaoke. GB News questioned why Time spotlighted a floundering jam brand over women running nonprofits. Even progressive outlets noted irony. The episode, pitched as empathy, devoted more airtime to supply chain woes for scented candles than to any charity initiative.
Promotion for Suits. She was joking with one of the photographers that she can cry on command. Left eye, go. And then you watch a tear fall down her face, and then she starts cackling because she's so proud of herself.
She's a princess too, and Harry is slaying dragons to rescue her.
You know, look what we built. We've built a beautiful life, and we have 2 healthy, beautiful children. And I always think about it like the end of Super Mario Brothers when you get to the final level. And what's the goal in Super Mario? They're like, slay the dragon, save the princess. I'm like, that's my husband.
Who's Harry rescuing her from? The family she abandoned before making him abandon?
Behind the scenes, Palace-era staff resurfaced with fresh anecdotes. One anonymous aide told The Express that Meghan's nightly email ritual, messages to Archie and Lilibet to be opened at 18, sounds sweet until you realize each contains instructions, not memories. Another former assistant claimed branded stationery still reads Her Royal Highness, despite official guidance to drop the style. It's like printing expired boarding passes, the aide quipped. A third described last-minute demands for lemon zesters on set of her Netflix cooking pilot. She'd never used one, but wanted 5 options for aesthetic exploration. As Meghan's optics floundered, Prince Harry upped the stakes on BBC Radio, lamenting that denying Metropolitan Police protection placed my father's grandchildren at risk. The phrase landed with a clang. Royal watchers branded it emotional blackmail. Courtiers bristled at the implication Charles bears legal blame for private choices. Tabloids declared the interview a hostage memo wrapped in self-pity.
Yeah. But America did finally find a way to say, you know what, we love victims, but you two, we've just had a little too much of.
I just think she's crying for sympathy, playing the victim, when there's nothing to be a victim about, and there's also no sympathy to be granted for this lifestyle that she's...
Palace insiders briefed The Mirror that trust is now radioactive. Every family call could become content. Legal reality didn't side with Harry either. A high court ruling maintained he must fund his own UK security. Yet in the studio, he doubled down, framing the issue as a cost of royal racism we still shoulder. Critics countered, "You moved, you monetized titles, why should taxpayers foot the bill?" Meanwhile, the Sussex revenue machine coughed. Spotify axed the Archetypes podcast, calling output insufficient. Netflix renewal numbers sagged. Goop quietly declined a proposed cross-promotion on yoga mats and pet bowls after consumer research panels flagged royal fatigue. Orders for Meghan's jam line shipped late. Customers posted empty mason jars and demanded refunds. Analysts warn the brand is approaching Kardashian saturation without Kardashian transparency. One luxury PR strategist summed it up. Their storytelling pivoted from resilience to grievance too many times. Audiences adapted by scrolling past. Translation, victim fatigue is real, and it's eating into conversion rates. 2 years ago, Oprah's "Were you silent or silenced?" interview generated global empathy. Today, sentiment skews harsher. Viral edits overlay Meghan's tearless cries with her Suits blooper brag, "I can cry on command, left eye first," prompting doubt about every shakily voiced "I'm okay" in podcasts. TikTok's algorithm favors snarky recaps over supportive commentary. Even liberal Twitter accounts confess they're Markled out. Sociologists call it narrative inflation. The more a figure insists on struggle while flaunting luxury, the less relatable they become. Data from sentiment tracking firm Pulsebeat shows Meghan's Q score among 18 to 34-year-olds dipped 15 points post-podcast, landing below Elon Musk but above Logan Paul. Hardly an influence perch. Where does the Duchess of Drama go from here? PR insiders sketch 2 divergent routes. Path A, quiet credibility. Step back from curated vulnerability. Fund scholarships without cameras. Let the next headline be about measurable impact, not monogrammed jam. Build allies in serious spaces. UN panels, STEM grants. Mother's Health, NGOS. Over time, authenticity beats algorithmic drag. Path B, performance escalation. Keep doubling down on personal monologues, but risk permanent meme status. Every teary reveal invites forensic TikTok analysis. Scroll culture devours sincerity. Recycled victim arcs feed only fatigue. The jam may sell out today, but tomorrow's shelf life is short. Insiders hint Meghan sees the crossroads. She's reportedly courting a top crisis branding firm. Ironically, the same team that retooled Johnny Depp's image post-trial. Whether she listens is another question. Friends say she's certain the public still hasn't heard her full truth. In the digital age, titles can't outrank receipts. HRH on notepaper means little when delayed jam orders, and HR complaints circulate freely. Podcasts pitching transparency crumble if listeners detect a marketing funnel, and royal gravitas erodes when family grievances become subscription content. Meghan's defenders argue we're watching a woman wrestle with impossible expectations. Be regal yet relatable, influential yet humble, marketable yet authentic. They may be right. The modern celebrity machine devours nuance, yet critics counter, when you curate every camera angle, trademark every emotion, and monetize every struggle, you can't be shocked when audiences treat each reveal like product packaging, and flip it over to inspect the fine print. So we leave you with the question fueling every comment thread this week. Are Meghan and Harry misunderstood pioneers redefining monarchy for the influencer age, or are they orchestrating the longest pity party in royal history? Tap that like, drop your verdict below, and subscribe for the next twist on crowns, clout, and PR in the age of perpetual outrage. Because one thing's certain, when a Duchess hires a crisis team, the show is far from over. And remember, each new headline ricochets beyond Buckingham and Montecito. Commonwealth nations weigh whether the Sussex saga tarnishes the modern monarchy they're asked to respect. US producers watch data dashboards to decide if Sussex-centric content still pulls the binge numbers that justified 9-figure checks. Silicon Valley investors, once eager to bankroll impact entertainment, now scrutinize engagement to controversy ratios before greenlighting any project stamped with a crown emoji. In other words, the couple's brand turbulence isn't just tabloid fodder, it's becoming a business school case on how swiftly goodwill can curdle when narrative control slips. Insiders tell us 2 pivotal dates sit on the horizon. First, late autumn, when Netflix is expected to reveal whether its rumored docuseries spin-off, focused on real-world changemakers, will feature Meghan in a producer's chair or quietly drop her credit after focus group feedback. If she's prominent and the show performs, she regains a seat at Hollywood's power brunches. If not, skeptics will declare the streamer has quietly judged her Q score too volatile